Hey guys, Ryan from Weekend Warrior Outdoors again. It's officially August. That means hunting season is this month. Um, Yesterday, the leftover licenses went on sale here in Colorado, and I actually was fortunate enough to pick up an archery antelope tag. So for me, my outlook went from hunting in 27 days or whatever to hunting in a week and a half. So my hunting preparation kind of suddenly got really compressed and kind of had a little bit of a panic moment trying to just realizing that hunting was right around the corner. But it brought up a really good topic I want to talk about tonight. Trip expectations, hunt expectations. As I go into this year, I with that antelope tag and my elk tag, I have a couple of really pretty premium tags in my pocket. And I thought it was important to just talk about realistic expectations. I went over and talked with our local taxidermist today who I knew had some pretty good knowledge of the antelope unit that I was going to pick up. Just not necessarily asking for a honey hole or where to go, but just his opinion on what I could realistically expect as far as size of antelope in that unit. And it just got me to thinking about some of my past trips, two in particular in this last year. I did a deer hunt in Utah last fall, almost exactly a year ago. And that particular hunt was a general season draw. It was really easy to draw. There was a lot of tags. I knew it wasn't a premium unit. And going into that hunt, I think I had very realistic expectations. I knew the odds of finding a big buck were slim. I also knew that if I was going to be picky at all, the odds of me coming home with a deer were slim. And that's exactly what happened. I came home, I ate that tag, but I saw a lot of new country. I was actually successful in that we found, and Dad and I probably saw between 20 and 30 bucks. We found some different country. We were able to kind of find a few pockets towards the end of that hunt that got us away from the people where we were seeing some deer. And I felt really good about that hunt. And even though I didn't kill one, I could say that I felt very fulfilled, very successful in that hunt. Now, on the flip side of that, we went and did a pig hunt in Texas last year, and I had never been on a pig hunt before. And I just, watching TV, I guess I expected you just go down and have them running all over you and, flinging arrows like a wild Indian or something. And we hit a pretty bad ice storm. We were on the tail end of really bad weather, and the pigs just kind of holed up. And frankly, we just didn't see a whole lot. I don't think it was necessarily a reflection of the place that we hunted, but just all of the circumstances lined out where we just didn't see a whole lot. And I left that hunt feeling fairly disappointed. Even though it was a great trip with friends and family, and Hoyt got to go, and it was a great place, a great ranch. And I think a lot of the reasons I felt so disappointed in that hunt was because I had probably unrealistic expectations. So I want you guys to think about that as we're going into fall here. We're getting really close to hunting season. Think about those tags you have. Maybe think about a friend or a friend of a friend or a game warden or a taxidermist or anybody you could call if you're going into an area that you haven't been into a whole lot, and just be right up front with them. Tell them, hey, I'm not looking for your honey hole. I mean, if you want to give it to me, great. I'm all ears. But just let them know I'm not fishing for your secret spots. I just want to know what can I realistically expect. For instance, the elk tag I have this year, it's a unit I've been in a whole bunch. I have not scouted this summer. With things that have just been so crazy at work, I haven't stepped a foot in the unit yet. I know that the unit has the potential to produce a 320, 350 kind of bulls occasionally, but I also am not foolish enough to think that I could expect that type of bull having spent 0 days in the unit before the season starts. So in my mind, I know going in that I'm going to shoot any good, respectable 6-point. I think like 280, 290 is kind of my cutoff line. I know on day one, if a good 290, 300-inch bull comes out, gives me the perfect opportunity, I'm not going to pass. And I think that's going to be a fun hunt just because I have very realistic expectations. And that's exactly what I wanted to accomplish with this antelope hunt that I'm going into. I went and talked to the taxidermist. I showed him a picture of a buck that I took this morning and said, hey, how does this compare? And he said, that's probably, in all honesty, kind of the upper end of what you can expect. And honestly, that was a buck that, had I been hunting a premium unit, what some of these other units I've been in Colorado, or maybe a hard to draw unit in Wyoming, I wouldn't have thought twice about that buck. But just knowing that this unit took a big winter kill about 7-8 years ago, it's still kind of recovering. They've been increasing the tags in the unit, maybe killing a few more bucks than the unit can handle. So at least I feel like going into this, I have reasonable expectations. You know, if that 14-inch 70, 75 class type buck gives me a shot that very opening morning, I'm probably going to take it, knowing that that's what the unit has to offer. Anyway, guys, as you get prepared for the fall and get ready to head out into the woods, you know, maybe take a minute and think about your trip expectations. Try to make that decision right now of whether you're going to kill that, you know, that 380 bull, or if you're looking for a 320 bull or 280 or legal. Same with antelope, you know, or you just want to kill one as a 13-inch, a 14-inch. Make that decision before you get into the field, and it's a lot easier. Then you don't end up making this gut reaction kind of decision and regret it. And on the flip side, if you come home empty-handed, maybe you'll feel a little bit better, at least still feel successful about your hunt because you knew going in what to expect, and you knew that eating a tag might be part of that. So for now, I'm Ryan with Weekend Warrior Outdoors, and good luck this fall.